like a little fog, a little crack, a little whatever that is on this screen. I thought I saw too. I thought I saw 2 lines. But we're good. We're good. That just, that just scared the heck out of me. There's one line. And not pregnant. We're not pregnant. And I was gonna say, because listen, we done already did the test. We already did the test. I had to, y'all know I had to come with a little suspense, had to come with a little bit of drama, just a little bit. And I'm like, I know it said negative the last time. Okay. Hold on. Did we take it too early? Okay, that's clear. Clear. No faint lines, no nothing. We're good. That just scared me so bad. But we're not pregnant. And I thank God that God's plan, and that we're able to continue as planned, okay? So, but we gotta sit down and talk. We do. I want my mamas, I want my girls, my women, just my homegirls, everybody to come meet me over here. Because we gotta check. We still gotta check. This is that, but we still gotta check. We got some things to talk about, so come on. Y'all, it has been a whirlwind of emotions, of just everything this month. Whew, even though we got a negative test, I am not pregnant. And first of all, I'm thankful because like I said in my last video, our best hope is that things go according to, plan. Things go according to plan. Of course, God's plan is always the best plan, and obviously this is God's plan for now. So we are thanking Him for another month to just try again, and not try again. Like, we're not trying to have a baby right now, but if you watch my video, we're trying to be in a better position and be in our ideal position before we welcome a child, welcome a baby. And so I'm just saying, we get another chance, to keep going according to a plan and, to accomplish our goals within these next couple of years. Life will look a lot different, in a couple of years for us. So, that would be our ideal time to really try and to be pregnant, okay? So yeah, I'm honestly relieved. I am. And this is honestly a sign for me. Not a sign, it's just an alarm for me to get my health in order. My alarms have honestly been ringing. They've been ringing. They've been ringing ever since I turned 30. But this right here, this past month has been crazy to say the least. It has been crazy, and that's just been life, but then you throw in I had a very hard hormonal month. I had a very hard cycle, I guess, because I obviously see that I'm not pregnant. And so just being a woman, okay, so I said, come on mamas, come on my homegirls, we gotta sit and chat. But I just feel this conversation needs to be had with myself first, and just with this platform and with the real-time events that y'all see happening, because that was a very real, it was a real concern. It was a real pregnancy scare. But my alarms are going off because when I turned 30, things changed for me. I was breezing through my 20s. First of all, I was throughout my 20s, I was just pregnant, back to back pregnancies, okay? And I think I wasn't really in tune with my cycle because I rarely had a cycle. And then, after giving birth, I breastfed, and then so you have these long periods of just not having a cycle, just your body my body was in pregnancy mode. And so, you know, Zara was my last baby. That was 6 years ago. And in those 6 years, I have really had to relearn myself and my body all over again. And it was something about when I turned 30 though. Like, like it was something about then. And then two, before I was pregnant again after Zara. That I try not to even like talk about that too much, because I was going through a really dark time, if y'all was following me over on my channel. But yeah, I was pregnant in 2021. So Zara was like, yeah, I think she had just turned 2, or she was like just turning 2. And yeah, I was pregnant. I just hate talking about it. It's still such a hard thing for me to talk about. I still have some healing to do from all of that. But I was going through a very dark period in my life. I was going through a very terrible divorce, custody battle. Like it was a lot, okay? It was a lot. I was in a dark space. I just was coping the best ways that I knew at the time. They weren't good ways that I was coping, but I was just trying to cope with everything that I had going on. And so yeah, anyway, I got pregnant. I did not go through with the pregnancy, and I had complications after that. It was like bad. Like I felt like I was dying. I just remember being on the phone with my mom, and oh my gosh, I have not talked about this like on camera. I've like talked about it like when I did like a testimony video just about like I was getting up out of that, and I did like this big, you know, testimony video, and I talked about it. But like to go into detail and like think about these things that actually happened, I haven't really sat and just like dealt with it. Like, you know, I try my best to deal with it like personally, like privately, but definitely like on camera, this is a little hard, I ain't gonna lie. And I'm normally like, I'm super transparent, you know, but like this is like honestly a hard thing for me that I'm still dealing with today. But I think it's important to talk about. I think it's important for me and my healing just to like talk about it and to just actualize it and like make it real, because sometimes I ain't gonna lie, like I kind of black this stuff out. Like I just like, it didn't happen, but like it happened, you know. Like I didn't go through with the pregnancy. Of course y'all can understand what that means. I had complications. I had this I was bleeding really, really bad, and then I just will never forget, I was taking a shower and the pain just, like I was cramping, you know, but like the pain just got worse and worse and worse to where I couldn't stand up. So I got out the shower and I just fell in my bed and I was crying so bad. I called my mama and I was like, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Like I really thought I was dying. Like it felt like I had a natural birth. A lot of y'all saw Zara's birth. I had a natural home water birth, and this was like 10 times worse. Like, you know, like the pain level, it was just like nothing like I've ever experienced. Like, and so I was calling my mama crying like, I don't want to die, I don't want to die. I had to call the ambulance. They had to bust down my door because my door was locked and I couldn't get up. And, you know, went to the hospital. I still have my hospital files that I still struggle with looking at, but I honestly still don't understand fully what happened. And this is why this is like, the alarms have honestly been going off for me to like get my health in order and to get serious about my body and my health, because like I said, part of me just still doesn't want to deal with it, you know. But yeah, I really still don't fully understand what happened, but I just had a lot of blood clots. I do know that I had a lot of blood clots in my uterus. There was a lot of blood clots. I remember all this time is like very hazy for me, honestly, but I do remember like getting the ultrasound and my uterus was just full of blood. It was oh my gosh, I had to get a DNC. Because I guess now that I'm kind of putting the pieces together, like the process, it didn't fully happen how it was supposed to. So I had to get, like, physically get everything removed. Yeah, so I had to get a DNC surgery. And if y'all don't know what that is, it's like when women go through miscarriages and it doesn't fully pass, like the baby didn't fully pass, or like anything that's left over, it didn't fully pass, they go in and they pretty much suck it out. And so it was a lot, you know, it was a lot that was left behind. And oh my gosh, like wow, I just can't believe I went through that. So yeah, I got that surgery, and y'all, ever since that surgery, like everything was fine after that. I didn't have like any more pain or anything like that, but I have honestly just felt like something wasn't right with me. But I never followed up. Like I think, like, in a way, like I punished myself for that, because I honestly, that's like, I don't have many regrets in life, but that is something I absolutely regret. I hate that. I hate that I did that. I really do. I feel like yeah, I hate that I did that. I hate that I went through with it. I hate that. I really hate that. Like, you know, but I feel like in a way I like punished myself by not checking on me. You know, like I just, first of all, blacked it out, put it at the back of my mind. Like it never happened. I just had to find a way to move on. Like I have 3 children I gotta take care of. Like I'm going through this crazy divorce, this battle. Like I have to just move on, you know, like, and I can't even deal with that. Like I'm barely hanging on to the mind that I got. Like I gotta keep going and be the best that I can be and show up for my babies, you know. And I was a single mom at the time, going through all of that. Like it was a lot. And so yeah, I feel like I really did like punish myself. Like I did not ever follow up with my doctor. I didn't, you know, get checked on. I just was rolling on in life. But I just always felt like something was off. And there's been certain situations that kind of like alarm that let me know. So this pregnancy scare just kind of jolted something in me, and kind of honestly had me go back to like that past pregnancy in terms of just like getting my health in order. Because as me and Avery plan, and we have these plans for our life and planning for a child in about 2 years, okay, give us a little time, but it's like it seemed so far away at the time. Like when me and Avery talked about our plans and everything, like that's me going to the doctor, like getting my checkups, making sure everything is healthy, like all of that. Like we're going through all the steps when we really try for a baby. And it's like, I guess as that time is coming closer, it's becoming more real to me. Like I have to do these things and I have to face these things. And it's not just like me here right now, it's also like my past choices that kind of got swept under the rug, you know, that I have to like uncover and deal with. And I feel like I always knew I knew I would have to deal with it at some point. And so I don't know, it's like bittersweet, because while I'm still trying to like deal with that past pregnancy and loss and everything, it's like I have to like deal with that in order to move forward, in order to have a healthy pregnancy again, you know, in order to bring forth life, to even start planning, to even start thinking about, you know, all of that. I have to like deal with this. And I felt like that spiritually too. God's been tapping my shoulder like, hey, you know, I'm ready to deal with this when you are. And it's just like, I haven't been ready. I haven't, but I have to be, like, for me to move forward and for me to, I feel like for God to even bless us, you know, with a baby, like I have to dig deep and do some like womb healing, you know. And a lot of that is just forgiving myself. And I have a hard time with that. It's like, man, that's, I feel like is the first step for me, just like mentally, spiritually dealing with it and like facing it for real. And then the practical steps, like going to the doctor and getting my exams and getting a checkup after all this time. You know, getting the ultrasound, like just getting my levels checked, like, and even like just through the months as I've been like, I done crossed over that 30 threshold, and like my symptoms, like PMS symptoms, just get more and more intense for me. It just shows me too, like, where I need to make changes just with my body, like my diet. And a lot of y'all recommended like get your iron checked. That I was dealing with low iron with my pregnancy with Zara, and I just never really committed to figuring out a solution. But like, you know, my supplements and just like what I'm eating and my rest and that coffee gotta go because it got such a hold on me. What woke me up too is like I went through this sugar fast. It was a 21-day sugar fast that I did in April, right after my birthday. I was like, I'm doing it. Like, it was more so spiritual, but the physical benefits, oh my God, like I haven't felt that good. I haven't had a cycle that good. And like, I didn't even know when my period was coming because everything was so light. I had so much energy just cutting sugar out of my diet. Like, hello, like when my cycle did come, when my period started, it was like 3 days, really like 2. And it wasn't heavy, it was light. Like, I felt great. My body just was like, my skin was glowing, like everything was just, my energy, my drive. Okay, let's talk about it. Like, it was just, I was like, oh, okay, so that's what I need to do. Because I was doing bad. Like, Avery was bringing home these cookies from 7-Eleven. I was eating them every day. When I say every day, I was eating them cookies every single day. I feel like that was God, like, girl, you gotta break the stronghold with them dang on cookies. But no, like, I just decided to like cut all sugar, and it really, like, I had such a great experience. And as I age and change, and as, listen ladies, as we grow and we get older, things change. Like, I feel like our bodies become more sensitive, and I think that's why I'm like honing into my past and the past trauma that my body has went through, is because like my body will sound the alarms, okay, because I'm so much more sensitive to what's going on with me and my body. And this past month was so off. Like, it was just, I mean, y'all only seen a little piece of it where I was just exhausted and tired, and it was just like heavy. I felt so drained. But that was also a reflection of just me not taking care of myself, me not eating well. I was not eating good. Like, I was not sleeping good. I was just, it was everything, the sugar, the energy drinks, the not eating good. And also we were just going through a lot. Last month it was a crazy month. And so all of that really just forced me to take like a real look at myself and like what I'm going to do going forward and how I'm going to face this thing to move forward healthier, to heal my wound, and to really start planning for the future. You know, instead of just going through life, like life may get crazy sometimes, but I can't keep like going through this cycle of just like letting my health go and just, you know, not caring about myself. I suffer the consequences of it. Like, one week like I just had, where I had this pregnancy scare and I was drained, I didn't have no energy. Like, that cost me, you know. Like, it's, as a mom, like, we can't have, listen, especially it's summertime, my homeschooling mom was like, we don't have no time for days off, you know what I'm saying? And you got goals, you got things you want to do. Like, I was out for the count, okay? And like, that cost me. That's like so consequential in my journey, with my mindset, as I'm renewing my mind daily. Like, things like that really set me back. Like, you know, we have our setbacks in life and everything, but if you can help it, like, if you can, you know, I think that's part of like protecting your mind and gaining a new mindset. It's not just mentally, it's all the things that you do, the choices that you make. But yeah, like it all goes together. So like my decisions with what I eat, my decisions with how I treat myself, my decisions with, you know, my health and going to the gym. Like I gotta get back in the gym. Like I gotta do better with my health. Like that all plays a part, you know. And as I'm on this journey, like, and I give myself grace because I am a new person. Okay, like I look back and I just can't even believe how different I am. I have changed and grown so much through these years, like so much. And so I give myself grace on this journey because it's a journey. Like sometimes you'll have setbacks, sometimes you'll have challenges. But what I have to tell myself is, and what this, you know, past month was a reminder for me, was to keep pouring into that new mindset. Don't let yourself go backwards, okay? Don't let yourself get stuck back there. And no, like just the choices that you make. Yeah, you may mess up, you may make bad choices, you may stumble, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta get up and you gotta decide, like, okay, what am I gonna do next? What am I gonna do next? How am I gonna change this so I don't keep going back into this funk, so I don't keep slipping and sliding? Okay, like how am I actually gonna change it? And I just have to remind myself, I gotta keep making decisions like this way, not that way. We're not going that way, we're going this way. Okay. And I've been reading or listening to Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, and I love that book. I love it because it's more than just like about riches. It's about riches, you know, but it's all about mindset. And you know, as I'm adapting this new mindset, as my mind is growing and changing, it's like my decisions have to align with that. Otherwise I will go back. And I've seen that like this past month, as I just was going through a lot, you know, it was hard for me to like navigate it because I wasn't making the best choices for myself. And my husband say this all the time. I forget what book he got it from, but it's like you have to cast a vote every day, every decision really, all throughout the day. You have to cast a vote on who you are. Are you gonna cast a vote to be the lazy you, the sad you, the you that don't put your best foot forward? Are you gonna keep like, are your decisions gonna keep going into that vote box? Or are you gonna vote for like your best self, the one that's the healthier version of you, the one that's the better version of you, the one that's making better choices? Like you have to consistently like vote and your votes are your decisions. Like I get to decide who I'm gonna be, you know? So at this point in my life, you know, as a mom, as a woman, like I've really just been seeing the importance of like taking care of myself, because I cannot have another month like I just had last month. I cannot have another scare like that. Like I cannot do that. I can't. I have so much that God is entrusting me with right now that I have to be focused on, and I just can't. I can't do that. You know, like I have to make sure I'm making daily decisions that pour into my new mindset and don't take me back to my old mindset, you know? And my new mindset, like I know I can deal with the things I've been running from. I know that I can face it. I know that I can handle it. I know that I can go to God. Like God has been waiting on me. Okay, like I can just keep going to God. That is my strength. That is my help. I don't have to do this by myself. Like I gotta go to God to help me overcome these things that I've been running from. And I'm just determined to do it. I am. I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna do my part in doing that. Whew. So yeah, little girl chat, little mama chat. Like this whole pregnancy scare honestly just opened my eyes to myself, to so much that I've been hiding in my heart, and to just like, you know, making better decisions for myself. And I'm gonna do it. You know, I'm gonna do it. I get a new start every day, new grace, new mercies, and I thank God for the new start, new perspective, new mind. And I'm just gonna keep going and be better. So yeah, this was my wake-up call for me to take my health a lot more seriously, because I'm only getting older, okay? And I know, you know, what God has for me in the future, and I have to meet him there. Okay, I have to get myself ready. I have to, you know, make the steps necessary to get there, you know, so that when that time comes, when we're ready to try and God blesses us with a baby, like I can really be ready mentally, like physically, spiritually. And so this was just really a wake-up call for me, y'all, for real. That's it. I'm running my mouth. I know. I just had to really we had to chat. I had to really get that off my chest too. Like it felt good to just really like talk about that and really deal with it. That was part of me dealing with it too. Just talking about it and actualizing it and giving it like language and voice and meaning, you know. So yeah, guys, not pregnant, but we get another 2 years. Give us 2 years. Give us a couple years. Listen, I be playing about being a mama that's gonna start over, but I am so fine with that. Like Zara, she's 6. She can be a good like 10. Okay, like she I know I'm saying like 2 years. That's like for the goals that we want to achieve and all the things that we got going on. Okay, but like I will be that mama that starts over. I can see it. You know what I'm saying? I can see me just chilling out for a good little while. So yeah, Lord, thank you for another chance. You know what I'm saying? Well, thank y'all so much for watching. I love y'all so much. Thanks for being here on this journey. It be a wild journey sometimes, but I appreciate y'all for just rocking with me and my family as we just build a new life. Honestly, this is what y'all watching. These new vlogs is like just rebuilding from the ground up, and it's all a journey, you know. It's all a new journey, and I'm just grateful that y'all are here with us. So catch y'all in the next video. The vlogs are definitely back. Okay, like we had a little pause in the program, we had a little scare, we had a little rumble, little tumble, but the vlogs are definitely back. We're gonna finish out this month strong with the daily vlogs this month, so y'all stay tuned, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.